Today we are going to discuss about exception handling. So what do you understand? Exception handling. Can you please explain what is an exception? Maybe in your own understanding. You can type in the chat box. What is an exception? Whatever you know, you just type there. What do you mean by exception? Maybe you may heard somewhere, like in some other people discussion and all. What do you mean by exception? Can you please type in the chat box? Everybody. You know or not? Just type yes or no. Just I'm asking. Somewhere you heard about it. What do you mean by exception? Okay, just type it. Whatever you know. What do you mean by exception? Okay. So fine. So now here exception means it's runtime error. Okay. We can call it as runtime error. Whenever program is executing, and then those type of errors we can get it. Those are called exceptions. So basically, we have syntax error and we have runtime error. These runtime error we can call it as exception. And one of the important, maybe few people knows or not, logical error. Okay. So types of errors. If somebody will ask in interview, you can explain types of errors. So we have actually people will discuss only two types of errors. One is syntax error, second one is runtime error. But a new concept that is logical error. If you find it logical error, then only you are going to become a successful program. Syntax error, runtime error, everybody can do. But in project, you will get so many logical errors. So, like using your subject, you need to find out the logical errors. So we have a special class for logical error. Don't worry. Okay, let's go ahead with first syntactical error. Okay. So what do you mean by syntactical error here? Whenever we write program in Python without following some rules, okay, without following structures, then we'll get it syntax or syntactical error. So if you're not following proper definitions or proper structures, then you will get syntactical error. So everybody, it's common for everybody. Whenever you write program, you are not following some Python rules, then you will get syntactical error. Suppose I am taking x, then India. So I am taking if x equal to India, so then print off India, something you want to display. So when I execute, you see here syntax error, invalid syntax. You need to give in if conditions when you want to compare some values, you need to assign double equal to when you want to compare. So which means here this is called assign, and double equal to we can call it as compare. So in if condition we need to use double equal to x. Okay, so just understand that. So every time you will get syntactical error. Okay, when you follow this, now it is matches. You can give any whatever the error if you want. Suppose a equal to 10, then print of a. This is also syntactical error. In Python 2, it is okay, but in Python 3, it is showing that syntax error, missing parenthesis in call or do you mean or something it will display. So a equal to 10, then print of a. So every time you will get it this type of errors. So which means here whenever you are not following some rules or syntaxes, then you will get syntactical error. That is everybody knows. Even when you see x equal to input of integer of enter the number. So now then print of x. So now it is showing that syntax error, this is not closed. So what you need to do, you need to give close it and execute it. So now you can see guys, it is showing value error. That is runtime error. I will show you. So which means here invalid literal. Okay. So now whenever you find it apart from syntax error, if you find something that is called value error. So what we need to do, that is wrong way of specification. So what you will do here, integer of input, integer of input. Now see here 10, enter the number 10. So now if you miss it something, some symbol here, yes, it is showing that syntax error. Okay, except syntax error, if you find any error here, those are called runtime errors. So we will understand about runtime errors here. So now we have runtime error. Exception. Okay, what do you mean by runtime error here? So here errors which are occurred, at the time of execution, errors which are occurred at the time of execution is called. So don't go on and outside and get it the like definition. This definition is powerful definition. Okay, you can by heart it also if you want. Errors which are occurred at the time of execution, at the time of program execution is called runtime errors. So here runtime errors also called as exceptions. Runtime errors also called as exceptions. Okay, so let's go ahead here. You can write it also. You can see actually compile will not come separately, but you can write it also. Errors which are occurred at the time of compiling. So but okay, compiling, okay, at the time of compiling, errors which are occurred at the time of compiling is called syntax error. But it is Python will have automatic compilation. Okay, in Java, you know, Java C compilation will be there. Java name, that is compilation and execution. We need to pass two commands, but in Python only one, only for execution. Compilation will take automatically while writing. That is called dynamically typed language is Python. Okay, so runtime errors also called as exceptions. Sir, we'll see the exceptions how it is occurred. So now guys, here a equal to 10, b equal to 0, or a equal to 10 and b equal to 0, or b equal to 20. Print of a by b. Okay, when I execute it is showing that 0.5, right? Now a equal to 10, b equal to 20, sorry, a equal to 10, b equal to 0. Okay, then print of a by b. When you execute, you see here, now it is not syntactical error. Syntactical wise it is very clear. Syntactical wise above program and below program is same, but it is in the execution something it is going to get it. Those type of errors we can call it as runtime error. If syntactical is not there, it is properly defined, it is showing that syntactical error here, but it is zero division error. So the errors which are occurred apart from syntax error is called runtime errors. Runtime errors is also called as exception. Zero division error is also one of the exception. Okay, okay, next one. So when I execute now, so x equal to same logic, integer of input of enter the value. So print of my value is, you can take it whatever. So when I execute now, I am passing 21. So it is, there is no problem for this. But same program I am executing, without changing any, without modifying the any program here. I am executing and passing one value, that is a. Now what is you are going to get it? Value error. So syntactically, both above program and below program is completely same. No changes at all. Number of lines and coding, nothing will change. But at the time of execution, you are passing some values at the runtime, then it is throwing an error, value error, because it is integer is accepting only numbers, but you are passing alphabets, which is string. That's why it is not accepting. So will you able to understand zero division error and value error? Can you please type in the chat box, everybody, all of you? I am requesting everybody, are you understand runtime error and syntax error? Good. So if you concentrate, programming is very easy. Okay, maybe some practice is required, that will come automatically, don't worry. So now let's go ahead here. Mm, can you please type in the chat box, okay, how to find particular file? You know, right, that file? Can you please write in the chat box? Come on, everybody. How to write? Just copy paste also. How to find out particular file? I already told you, right? Get CWD. Path also you can give. I am asking path also you can give. Type in the chat box. Okay. Import. Okay. Let's see. OS dot get CWD. Okay. What is the path there? C slash user, and again user. Just I'm taking india.txt. So when I execute here, this is going syntactical error, right? Now I am going to change this way. User, then user. What happened here? Is this syntactical error? No, that is name error. Name error is also called as exception. Except any syntactical error, if you get something, that is name error. So what happened here now? We have to import that OS. Import OS module. Okay, then try to execute here. Because we have not imported, that's why OS is not defined there. Got my point? When I execute, type error. What do you mean by type error here? So what is the error? You are going to find it now. Come on. So import OS, then present working directory. How can you find it? Present working current path. Tell me. How to find it? Current path. Tell me. You already practiced, right? Get CWD, change directory. What we can use it? So you have not practiced. I already told, right? Is file function is there or not? Some I already told you, if so many files are there, how you can find it very quickly. Path file is there, os dot path file is file. Nobody is preparing, huh? Huh? I ask you how to find out how to find out particular file, but you sent in the chat box is how to find out the path. Please listen my question carefully. Okay? Get CWD. When I execute, this is the path. So you can use this path. Okay, that path you can use it, so that you are defining path also like this. Okay, so you can change it into slash. We'll verify whether file is that is path. Okay, get CWD, you are going to find, but here you need to find out the particular file. Write it completely. Get CWD is only finding the path, and change directory is changing the path. So now what do you need to do? os dot path, then is file, then that file. So now you can just execute. Now what happened? True or false. Got my point? But here it is not showing any error. Okay, just for true or false. Okay, so will come. There are so many errors. File not found error will be there. So while loading that, so many concepts will be there. Okay, so now you can see name error, zero division error, value error. There are so many errors will be there. Okay, but there are so many exceptions also will be there. We can't decide only one error, two errors will come. Okay, n number of errors will come, but how to handle it? So for that we will be having exception handling concept. Exception handling. So what do you mean? This means to handle the runtime errors or exceptions, we use exception handling. It's the most important concept for every programmer. Okay, just I will go in straight forward. Okay, got my point? Now one more if you want, instead of, so here just simple error also you can see 100 by 2, that is okay, but 100 by string a, it's not possible, right? That is type error you are going to get, data type error. Okay, so value error, type error, there are so many errors will be there. So those are called exceptions. To handle the runtime errors or exceptions, we use exception handling. Okay, very important. In your real time, how much capable to handle exceptions is the matter. Okay, fine. So there are so many errors will be there. Okay, file not found error, there are like will come. Now just understand my example. So see, what is exception handling? Powerful interview question. Everybody will answer. To handle the runtime errors, we can call it as exception handling. Okay, but they need clarity also, right? Theory, one example, everybody will able to answer, but how you can able to understand exceptions? Now you understand. First of all, in like everybody, okay, so everybody in the chat box, okay, will able to understand type, oh sorry, syntax error and runtime error. That differentiation you got it? First you can tell me, later I will explain about exception handling. Will able to understand, right? Need clarity from everybody. Syntax error, runtime error, or we can call it as exceptions. But those who can understand logical errors, they are the super programmers. That will discuss in 2 to 3 days. I will talk about, because nowhere in YouTube those things you can get it. I'm telling you, logical error, syntactical error, exceptions, runtime error. Everybody can teach, but nobody can teach logical error. So you can have that is specially design the pattern from Jira Techno that we are going to help you. Okay, so if you handle those errors, then you will become a real persons, real programmers. How much quickly you can resolve the problems also. Okay, so now based on your confirmation that syntactical error and exceptions, you are okay. Now let's see. So exception handling is whatever you are getting runtime errors, those are we are going to handle, those are exception handling. So I'll just give you a very simple example to understand how much important exception handling. If you don't understand, you can ask me, I will tell you again and again. So let's see. I'm taking here print hello, okay, one program, and print, okay, so value 1000 by 2, then print well. So first of all, to understand, hello, 1000 by 2, and thank you. So now what do you understand here? Let's see. Okay, when I execute, guys, carefully understand how many lines will be there here. How many lines will be there? 3 lines. So it is found top to bottom approach. Top to bottom approach. Hello, 1000 by 2, thank you. It will display one by one. So 3 lines executed or not? 3 lines executed or not? Yes or no? Executed, right? Okay. So take 3 lines or 3000 lines, whatever. Now, same thing you understand, guys. How many lines executed and stopped? You can see how many lines executed. Only one executed, second line executed, error came. Am I correct? Now, why it is not executed? Thank you. Because it is stopped here. So whenever you get any exception or runtime error, execution will be stopped. Program execution will be stopped. Whenever you get any exceptions, control will not go to next line, and it will throw error there only, and it will not execute other lines. But this line is correct, right? Because of this line, this is not executed. Am I correct? That's why we, and here whenever you are getting error is exception. So if you handle this exception, then control will go to next line and it will execute other lines. Because of only one line, entire program is terminating. That is completely wrong. That's why we have exception handling. Clear now? What is the use of exception handling? Even though if you get any runtime errors, if you handle exceptions carefully, listen very carefully, guys. What is the use of exception handling here? If you get any error or runtime error at the time of executing, then if you handle exceptions very clearly, control will go to next line to execute all the lines to get the output without terminating the program. For that purpose, we are using exception handling. This line you understand or not? Tell me. I'm explaining once again. What is the use of exception handling? Whenever you get any runtime errors or exceptions, if we handle exceptions carefully, program will not throw any error and it will not terminate any program. Control will go to next line and it will execute all the lines to get the output. That's why we will be using exception handling. This, what is the use of exception handling? You understand or not? Tell me, everybody. All of you. What is the use of exception handling? You can write it later also, no problem. Okay, good. Because of only this issue, if we have 100 lines, it will be wasted. That's why we are going to use exception handling. So how we will do? we have many methods. Just understand first of all, try except block. We use try except block. We use try and except block. Same thing I am adding in between. Okay. So guys, here wherever you are getting which line you are getting error, that line you need to handle it. So it is clearly defined at second line. Got my point? So what we will do, first line is print hello. Okay, then try, then print off 1000 by 0. Now here except. Now which error you are getting? This error, right? Copy exactly that error name without spelling mistake. That is 0 division error. Okay, print so some message I am writing here. What is the next line we have? Print, and then you can say execute. Guys, next line is executed or not? Thank you. But whenever you are getting some error and it is going to show to the users of printed, division by 0 is not possible in the program. Okay, that's why this error is we are handling here. Okay, then after that control is going to next line or not? Control is going to next line or not? And it is terminating the program? Never. Even if we have another 10 lines also, let's say a equal to 10, b equal to 20, print of a plus b. Also you can see. Now what happened here? It is showing 30. Got my point? All the lines are executing because we have handled successfully. What is the how we can do? Try and accept which line that is getting error. That line you can handle it. Try, accept which error you are getting. 0 division error. That you can pick up from here. What are the error is there? That you can handle it here. Got my point? Everybody will able to understand? Because control is going to next line. That's why we are handling here exceptions. Okay. Okay. Let me go for one more example, guys. So, okay. Now carefully understand. Please understand carefully. X equal to input of or integer of and then input of, enter the first value. Okay, then y equal to integer of input of, enter the second value. Okay, now print of x by y. Okay, some value. One second. Output is output x by y is. So this is the program. Okay, carefully understand. Whenever I'm typing first value, it is integer, right? Asking integer here. So we can pass integer 20, second value 30, total like x by y, that is 0.666 something output you are getting. Is there any error? Type in the chat box. Is there any error? Is there any error? No. Good. Now same thing I am passing. I am passing here 20. Second value I am passing here, you can say why I am passing some second value here. It is accepting integer, but you are passing number here, sorry, alphabet. When I execute here, what is the error you are getting? Value error. So in this example, what you will do, just wait. So now print off, hey, check this program, check this, just for understanding, don't worry. Okay, now again I am taking a equal to 20, b equal to 30, and c equal to a plus b, then print off, then c value is, then you can type c, that's all. Print off a, just for understanding, don't think too much about it. Print off b. When I execute here, hey, check this, yeah, checking now. First value 20, second value 30. After that, other lines also executed. When I execute, see now, hey, check this. First line is executed 20, second line is executed 30, and output is executed 0.66. And like another lines, print of a, print of b, print of c also it's executed. Okay, fine. But whenever you are executing the same program, okay, hey, check this, yes, checking. First value is 20, second value is y. Now execute, hey, check this. First value 20, second value is y, and it is third value error you are getting. You are getting value error. It's not here. It's not going line 1 2 3 4 5 6. It's not going there. Now this is an exception. Because of exception, program is terminating in this line only. At fourth line only, it is terminating. It is not going down because so many lines are there. So much program is there. So what you will do here? What you will do then? Then you need to go ahead with the exception. So what you will do? How to handle it now? So which line you are getting? Third line. So whenever you are getting third line means this is entire logic. Okay, so then you can give try. Now here except which error, guys? Value error. That you can copy. Then what happened now? Value error we are passing. Whenever you are getting value error here, you can define in like, let's see. Now print off, okay, print off. So except, then value error, except value error, then please pass the inputs correctly. Please pass the inputs correctly. That is the error we are going to get it. Okay. So when I execute now, indentation error somewhere. Okay. So this is also one of the exception error. Okay. That is space error. Okay. So now you can give like this. Whenever you are giving try, it should like this. Got my point? Now first value is 20, second value is y. Now guys, here see, exception value error we have handled here to avoid the termination of the program, and control will go to next lines. So hey, check this, enter first value, second value. What is that? Please pass the inputs correctly. That is the value error handling. then control is going for next line or not. It is a handle it successfully or not. Tell me in the chat box, all of you. Are you clear about how to handle it here? Exception using exception handler. All of you in the chat box. So today, syntax error, runtime error, and exception handling. Okay, tomorrow I will discuss about how to handle more errors at one shot. We have, and also we have user defined exceptions also there. I will tell you. User defined exception is also so powerful. First of all, syntactical error, runtime errors, exception handling. You prepare it, and tomorrow you will get to know how to handle multiple exceptions. And after that, what is user defined exception also, I will tell you. Okay, guys.